So the last mail opening video did not go well, and I am not just talking about shit views, but if you haven't seen that video, which I wouldn't be surprised by, a lot of stuff went wrong. So imagine my frustration when this parcel arrived. This is one of the bags that Royal Mail puts your parcel in when something's gone wrong. We have encountered these on the channel before. This is, of course, a little note to say that they're sorry for whatever tragedy has befallen your parcel. But in this particular instance, I'm not convinced, because I have opened this one already, because I wanted to check it over. I felt like I was probably going to have to put a claim in. Couldn't be bothered doing the mail opening, so had to just have a look over. So I'm not sure that Royal Mail is at fault for this one, because I don't see or feel any method of sealing this parcel. Unless the tape has literally been ripped clean off somewhere, I don't think this one's Royal Mail's fault. Aside from the fact that someone may have accepted a parcel that was literally open. Now, proceeding on with the open parcel, you can see that, or you may be able to see that, again, another boxed figure. It's not much better than a plastic bag, really, is it? A squashy piece of cardboard, it's an intentionally squashable piece of cardboard. It's not really... Yeah, once we get into there, we have a look at this in-boxed figure. You may think, like me, it looks a bit squashed at this top end, where the squashiest end of this is. But after having had a look at it, it's actually absolutely fine. It's just the top of these boxes is even narrower than it would be in my brain. But anyway, this is a mint on card Kid Kash action figure. Really, really cool. I love this style of ruthless aggression packaging. The stop sign is obviously really cool. It's a full stop sign as well. And it's a really cool figure. I love this attire for Kid Kash. Way back when me and my friend Tomo were becoming like good mates, and I was buying like his old Jakks figures off him, I was so excited when I got the Kid Kash because it was really cool. I didn't know an awful lot about Kid Kash at the time, but he's a really cool figure. And yeah, I really liked it, and that's why. And so he had a bit of a push in the early DSW days with the light heavyweight championship. As time's gone on, you know, as I've learned more about Kid Kash, as I've seen him in more things, I don't really like him, to be honest with you. He's kind of always a bit of a dick, isn't he? Like he's one of them heels that you believe kind of is just a dick. But anyway, it's still a really cool figure. It's still in good condition. From Ruthless Aggression Season 20, we've got this Boogeyman figure again. Chris Masters, Ric Flair, Booker T, kind of a generic series actually. We've got classic superstars though. We've got Sabu with the removable pants, Mr. Perfect, Bruno Sammartino, Rocky Maivia, Gorilla Monsoon, Harley Race, Greg Valentine, and Dusty Rhodes. Definitely classic supers, more in there, but the classic superstars definitely outswinging the main line there. But yeah, thank God this somehow arrived in one piece. If this was in the previous mail opening, it would not be the case. But somehow, somewhere, that has arrived to us more or less fine. So, at least we don't need to worry about that one. I did go back this morning and look up R-Truth figures on eBay to find the one that we ordered on the last thing to see if they'd fixed the listing when they relisted it, and they actually have. They changed the picture to the correct picture. It's actually cheaper now, but it's still a shit price for that figure. For the 115 R-Truth, you can get that for less than 20, less than retail. Yeah, still a bit disappointed about that, but if I'm honest with you, in terms of this channel, disappointed with quite a lot of things at the moment. So this is a bundle of stuff, accessories and whatnot. We've got this huge metal fence. I didn't actually realise how big this was going to be, but it's pretty cool. I might use this for promos or whatever, you know, decoration, all that kind of stuff. Got the warning, keep out, and danger, keep out on one side. Well, is it warning or is it dangerous? I don't know. But yeah, really, really cool. I'm not sure what this is from, but yeah, nice little just accessory to have lying around. That's pretty cool. And then the other thing in this box is another box. And this box is a box of custard creams. 10 out of 10. Let's have some custard creams. Oh, what the... Oh, this isn't custard creams. It's more wrestling figure accessories. Oh. Oh. These smell like Grandma's house. So first of all, we've got a Kane mask. I should imagine this will sell pretty well if I can get the grandma smell out of it. I don't imagine an old lady was wearing this. I mean, I think we'd all say this is Kane's worst mask, but in this day and age, I'm not afraid of saying this mask was shit. It was so stupid. He had like a 40-year-old man with like his face all squished up in the hole, and it never looked great. If you had the straps and everything and didn't have a mask, that would probably look even worse. But you know, it never looked good, dog. But a kid will buy that if I can get the smell out, so that's good. We've got this really strange, really small ladder. I don't know what this crack is about. Like, if someone can educate me on what the hell this is. You know, there's supposed to be other bits on the bottom, but does it just go like that? What set is this from? This is weird stuff. What is this business? Whatever. We got a regular ladder. That's normal. We can get our head around that. We do have a rung missing, but should be all right, really. What did I pay for this? I don't know. We've got a couple of titles. We've got like one of the kind of half-painted ones. And then we've got one, oh no, another one of the half-painted ones. We've been doing all right out of these recently. We've had a few in recently. They sell for like £7 or £8. So it's not bad at all. It's a good-looking guy over there. Jesus. And then we have a Intercontinental title as well. It's a little bit more worn than the other ones, but it's also a little bit better quality in the first place. Actually, it's really warm on the side plates. That is crazy stuff. But yeah, we got that really cheap, and basically I wanted defense. So yeah, the rest of the bits are just to sell on. Didn't really need that huge box though, Granny. And then we have an actual bundle of figures. This one's from British Heart Foundation, and I would be lying if I said I remember what's in it. So, you know, that's always fun. Oh, look at how much space this actually takes up. Didn't think either of these boxes needed to be anywhere near this size, but it's nice to have the confirmation. Legs sticking out. I like how there's a little note that says WWE figure bundle, so they can keep track of what is in the ripped open parcel bag that they've stored here. Okay, so first of all, we got a Hulk Hogan retro, or Hasbro. Would you believe this is the first one I believe I've ever had in the store or otherwise? I don't think we've ever got one in a bundle before. And yeah, there it is. Hulk Hogan Hasbro. Cool stuff. We've got a McAllister. Really good for customs. Definitely might keep him around for trash fed. The body's quite generic. The face is, you know, quite generic as well. You know, you could make that into any custom character, so I might keep that around if we finally get around to the trash fed stuff that I wanted to work on now 8 months ago. We got one of these crappy JBL figures, that crap style. What were Jakks thinking? We got the fake Titantron John Cena, also pretty crappy. What were Jakks thinking? We got a regular John Cena, bit less crappy, I suppose. You wonder if there's ever been anything more produced than Jakks Pacific era John Cena figures. I wonder if there's any more copies of any other type of figure. Speaking of which, we have another one. We got the Chain Gang 54 shirt on there. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Yeah, cool stuff. Got some Mattels. We got a Sin Cara. All the way from PTW. Oh, we got a Rikishi finishing moves. Oh, interesting that his ponytail's in there and it's just flying upwards with the rest of his hair. Yeah. Finishing moves. The joints actually aren't too bad for finishing moves, to be honest. Yep, cool. Cool stuff. Ruthless Aggression Edge. Yep. That's the guy. The red Ruthless Aggression Edge. Oh! Eric Bischoff referee figure. Not bad. There need to be more referees in the world. Mattel need to just produce a basic referee and just reprint it every now and then. Just stick it in a line of basics for a tenner or whatever absurd price basics are nowadays, and just every now and then re-release it, and just, you know, so everyone has a referee and you don't have to do a full Build-A-Figure wave to get a fucking referee. Because in retrospect, I never really thought about it a lot when I was a kid, and obviously I got Danny Davis at one point, and, you know, I never really thought about it as an adult, but it is way too hard to get referees in this fucking game. Anyway, we got the Eric Bischoff referee. Quite a bit of money in him. The arms are a cause for concern, but I did sell one of these with an arm missing once, of course. So, yeah, don't know. We got a Carlito. Yeah. At some point, we might see something that was worth us bidding on. It might just be that we got these really cheap for the amount of figures, I suppose. But, yeah, can't imagine that with the space that I don't have nowadays. I wouldn't be ordering things in just for the sake of stock. But then again, we kind of do need to. We got Batista. Joints aren't bad for Jakks Pacific there. Really not bad at all. Oh, we got a basic John Cena with some kind of Ruthless Aggression jacket on. Someone's Ruthless Aggression jacket. Davari's jacket, maybe? Oh, we got Paul Burchill Deluxe. He's got blood on his boobie. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe... Nah, the legs are too floppy. I was going to say maybe replace some of the Jakks Paul Burchills that I don't feel comfortable using anymore. Because Paul Burchill was supposed to have a bit more of a kind of side character run in DSW, but yeah, nah, probably not. Still, it's novel. It's not something we see every day. As is this Kevin Thorne. I mean, his tie's broken, he's got no jacket, and that arm's loose as hell, and he's not worth anything anyway, so it's not the greatest thing, but it is something different to look at least. He's been doing his interview thing, been doing the rounds recently. There's a lot of, inside Kevin Thorne kind of stuff. We've got William Regal. We've seen him a few times recently as well. Not an awful lot of money in him. Yeah, I'm not sure what the money was in this one. I think we must have just bidded. I think it might have just been a good price for the amount of figures, and I didn't think it through, I guess. So we got Tatanka. Yep, cool stuff. We got a Rey Mysterio basic. It'll sell eventually. Little tiny ass head. Cool. Oh, look, his butt's missing. There we go. Good. That's good stuff. That's what we want to see. Oh! Hello! Okay. We got a Shawn Michaels Lost Legends Elite. Not bad. And it would be a stunt double for my Shawn Michaels that I use for animations, except I upgraded to the Monday Night Wars one a few months ago. But, it still should be a few quid in that. Not bad. Save the best for nearly the last, I suppose. Pretty cool. And a couple more things. So we got we got a basic CM Punk. Should be a few pounds in that. An older CM Punk. Cool. And what's the last thing? Oh, a basic Taker. Well, things could always be worse than a basic Taker. There's not a lot of money in it, but someone's going to buy it eventually. There we go. Basic Taker. Let's have a look at the invoice. What was this? This was 21 figures for £16. 21 figures for £16. Elite Shawn Michaels. Yeah, I guess it could have been worse. And the last thing we've got here is a bit of a change of pace. Something a bit different. Something we don't tend to buy too much, owing to the lack of space, etc. We got some video game merch here. I was doing a bit of a deep dive the other day I was trying to find Medal of Honor, the Medal of Honor games that I played on PlayStation 2, like Frontline, Rising Sun. I was trying to find them on PC. Doesn't exist. So, but while I was deep diving, I came across this Medal of Honor Rising Sun memorabilia that I'd never known about before. And someone had one on bid for, starting bid was £8 plus postage. And the ones on buy it now are like 20 odd pounds. So I initially thought, right, well, I'll have to get one of those at some point. And then, when I thought about it, I was like, I probably better just get that one. Because otherwise it ends up being one of those things where it's like, oh, why didn't I buy the cheap one when I could have? And then I end up not buying it at all. But yeah, it's just a cool kind of memorabilia, I suppose, to go with the game. And when I can get into this bag, I'll show you what it is. Oh, we got a lot of rubbish from this mail. We didn't need this much this much packaging. Okay, we've gone from a bag to bubble wrap to cardboard to more bubble wrap. As that old emo song on the Saints Row 2 soundtrack used to say, just let me in. Oh, it is tin. I wasn't entirely sure from the pictures. I thought like it was just referred to as a tin, because it kind of is a tin, but then it would be made of plastic. But no, yeah, it is tin. It is a Medal of Honor Rising Sun limited edition ammunition tin. Look at that. We've got Medal of Honor Rising Sun 1103. Is that the release date maybe? Tin. Doesn't need a clean. Maybe we'll stick this on a fig bath, because it is a bit filthy. It's a bit worn as well, you know, we've got a bit of denting along the edges and stuff, but it's a damn sight cheaper than getting one on Bite now, let me tell you. It did look a little bit worse for wear, but I figured like I can always flip it. We've got some scratching along the side, but that's going to happen with this type of metal, really, with the little handle on the top. It's just so novel. It is a little bit smaller than I was expecting, but I suppose, you know, that's completely understandable, really. You know, they didn't need to go all out for that. But yeah, maybe we'll a little bit bent there as well. Maybe we'll feature that on a fig bath or something, like special little pieces like cleaning up on that. We've got the EA Games logo on the back. We've got the Medal of Honor logo on the front. Medal of Honor Rising Sun logo, in fact. It's just such a cool little piece. I have no idea where I'm going to put it or what I'm going to do with it, but we've got it now. So, if you enjoyed this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Please do check out the mail openings playlist in the end screen for more. There are lots of really cool videos on there that just aren't getting the views that they deserve. And there are also some more boring ones that aren't really getting the views they deserve. And I would really appreciate the support on the content at this point, guys. But either way, I really do appreciate you guys joining me. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye. So imagine... It's still fucking sticking out.